You're not even recording. Don't zoom in on us. I'm trying to get a date on your channel, not with this face.
Mm-hmm. There's my opening video right there.
I came from the mud. There's dirt on my hands. Strong like a tree. There's roots where I stand. Oh, I've been running from the law. Hope they won't shoot me down soon. They sing on a sleepless night. Try to catch me howling at the moon.
Ooh, wait, Justin got big hands. Can I stop recording?
Stop the recording.
No, just leave it.
Let's just leave it. Let's just...
It's my toe.
Do you need some help there, big guy?
No, I get it.
No, I think you really do need some help.
Are we doing him first?
Well,
We all need help, Justin.
Okay, here we go.
Can
Alright.
you grab a blanket, please? We're going to have a blanket party today.
I can.
Thank you.
He's so excited. I don't want to make him upset.
Yeah.
Look at how excited he is.
Can somebody fix her hair for this
Sing
camera?
on to his excitement. Is my hair really f***ed up?
I can't help you.
Why'd you do that?
Pull it out.
That's great.
I'm not a model.
All right, dudes and dudettes, we're back here at the Jungle Queen because this is where we always are for the most part, right? So, dudes and dudettes, we're going to show you something today. Easy, big guy. We're going to show you something today. I have a lot of parents here on the property, and a lot of them are by themselves. So that's not necessarily a really bad thing if you're spending a lot of time with that animal, but for the amount of animals that we have here, we spend a lot of time with all of them, but not enough of the birds that are by themselves. So we're going to be pairing these guys up, and we need to figure out what sex the birds are. So there's only one way to do that, and that's DNA testing. That doesn't go for all bird species. Birds of prey, the females generally a lot larger than the males are. Not generally, the females are bigger than the males in birds of prey. But for the parrots, they look the same, they act the same, they smell the same, they eat the same, everything's the same. So we're going to be DNA testing these birds. Now, for anybody out there that wants to do something like this, it's something that you can do by yourself. It's not something that I would recommend you doing by yourself, but I have to do it here today, so you guys are going to see how we do that and do with the information what you will. I would say go to a vet if you got to do it. This is not going to be a pleasant experience for the birds. We're going to do it as quickly as we possibly can. We're going to try and keep them as happy as possible, but the only way for us to do this, there's a couple of different ways. You can clip the nail to the point where it bleeds and dab the blood onto a piece of paper and send it out that way. I don't necessarily want to do it like that. You can also go right from the chest feathers. We're going to pull a couple of chest feathers, which is what we're going to be doing here today. We're going to be pulling 3 chest feathers from every bird so that we can send it to the lab and find out what the sex. Now, the best ideal situation would be when these birds are born, you take the egg and you can send the egg of that bird to the lab and they'll tell you whether it's a male or female. That's the least invasive way. Obviously, you're not doing anything to the bird, you're just sending the shell in there. But a lot of the birds that we have are from rescue situations where people had no idea what the bird was. So, this is the only alternative that we have. Now, who's this? Okay, so Lunge here is a blue and gold macaw. It's not a blue-throated. A blue-throated macaw looks similar to this, but is highly protected and endangered. This guy right here is actually not on the endangered list. They're all over the place in South America. So it's the blue and gold macaw. We got a couple of those. We got some scarlet macaws. The African gray we got to do. We have a lesser sulfur crescent cockatoo that we need to get the sex on as well. So let's get started with the fun, huh, ladies?
Woohoo!
This is going to be amazing. This is going to be amazing. Now, The blue and golds are like their birds. They're good with me, but I don't spend the time with them like these ladies do. So they're going to be taking those guys out. I'll take the birds out that are good with me, that like boys. But we're going to be bringing them into the shed. There's one bird that I'm not going to bring out into the shed. She's a mess. She tries to kill everybody. So we're going to do it inside the enclosure for that one and get the feathers for that. But everybody else is going to go in the shed. So let's go into the shed. Boom. Got it?
So stressed out. Exactly. You won't take it.
Come on in there, man.
Be right in.
I like zooming in and out. It's fun. Makes for dramatic effect.
Right now she's like the indie film festival chick.
Wait, where do you want me?
Wherever you can see everything. Can you see what's going on there?
Yeah, it'll be dark, but it's okay.
Is that better?
Good boy.
No.
So just film this way,
Oh, that makes sense.
and then for some of the birds we're not gonna be able to do that. So.
It's okay, baby.
All right, back up so you can see everything. Smart guy. All right, so the blue and golds actually have their wings clipped. They do like to fly away. A lot of the other birds that we have that are going to be bringing out, they are not clipped. They just don't fly. But after the stress of everything, they might say we're going to do it all in this shed. So this is the tough part. We're going to be using a blanket. We're going to do this as quickly as possible. I'm basically going to throw it over the bird. We're going to snag the bird up. We're going to cover the eyes. We're going to pluck the feathers, and then that's it. So in and out. Least amount of stress possible. Again, this isn't something that I enjoy doing. Nobody enjoys doing this. If you do enjoy doing this, you're fucking weird. So, are you ready, big guy? I'm really sorry. Where's the stick? Come on, bud.
Good boy.
So, they already know what's going on. They've had to do this a couple of times for different reasons. If we're doing vet stuff or blood draws or vaccinations, things like that, they have to do this. Alright, so go ahead and go over to the floor.
It's alright.
So you want to be careful with the wings, obviously. So going right under the chin, so right. You. I know, bud. I know. So, keep the eyes covered. Here's the keel of the bird right here. So we're going to go. Now you can't just pluck a handful of feathers. You're going to pull chest meat out. So we got to go one feather at a time. Again, if you're doing this, you have to make sure it's just one feather. 2. I'm so sorry. 3
Good boy.
in the bag
Good boy.
right there. I'm sorry. Bud.
Good boy.
I'm sorry. There you go. Go to your person.
Here's up.
That's it. Lunge done. I'm so sorry, bud. I didn't mean it. Can you give me a marker? Okay. Yeah.
Oh, I still record.
Send a text real quick. Professionalism at its finest. Come on. Alright, so what they're doing right now is they're labeling the bag itself. So it's going to say blue and gold on there, and it's going to say lunge. Obviously, because we want to know what's what. Yeah, I'll call you back in 15 minutes. Right. So, show them the bag. Look at that nice handwriting, too. Lunge. Blue and gold macaw. That way the lab knows what it's looking at. That way when they give me the information, they're not just giving me the information on 5 random birds where I'm going to have to guess which one's which, because then why are we even doing that? Alright, next bird.
Out on the island.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
Crash doesn't eat it.
Oh, I forgot. Crash lays it.
I know, she put her up. She put her up.
What, guys can't lay any eggs, bro?
No, they cannot.
2019, that's it. Alright. Madison's gonna follow us to the dance. Actually, you didn't.
Action.
Did you just say action for real? You just did that. Alright, so this is Bonnie. A little bit about the parrots themselves. This enclosure is okay. It's not terrible. We're going to be probably revamping these enclosures, give everybody a little bit more space, especially for the bigger parrots, especially when we pair them up. This is okay for now. It's okay if you have a bird in your backyard and you're keeping it for yourself, you spend a lot of time with it, blah, 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 blah. This is an okay size enclosure. But for what we're doing here, we're going to want a little bit bigger. We're going to be beefing everything up in the park. You're going to see all that stuff here in the very near future. But just for everybody's information's sake, this is good for a bird that you're keeping. Okay. Alright, so Bonnie is right there. She's one of the rescues that we have here. Who knows who did what to her in the past. She definitely has a chip on her shoulder. She's a gorgeous bird, and she does really well as long as you're not messing with her. But she knows we're about to go in there and mess with her. Jackie, go get that bird.
Why do I always get that bird? You get that bird. What do you mean she's easy, boss? Oh, and I've had to get her the last 3 times.
When you say she's easy, or you mean like easy?
Yeah.
Alright, so this one we're going to do inside the enclosure because I'm definitely not bringing her all the way to the shed. This enclosure, this is the one reason I don't like this enclosure. Oh. It's a good size, but we have all the perches in there. I'm a big guy. It's hard for me to get it in and out, and it's going to take way too long for me to catch this bird because I have to go up and under and down and this, that, and the other. So we'll try and do this as quickly as possible. She's not going to like it. Don't eat me, please.
You should get her when she goes upside down.
And then too, for like parrots like this, any parrot for that matter, could do a lot of damage. Can you see that right there?
Why am I not shutting?
Probably can't see that, but it may just look like a little scab, but that's a deep hole. And that's caused by a much smaller parrot. This thing right here could take a huge chunk out of you. Where they're crushing walnuts and things like that with ease. I'm sorry, I said bird, it's a bat. We got the little bat up here.
It's hard to catch her with the blanket when she's upside down. She knows it too.
Good girl.
If you let her run into the secondary, it's easier to catch her.
What can I say?
Well, here, wait.
Alright, Madison, let me
Go ahead, sweet. Go, big girl. Come on. No, I can't reach you over there. God. There you go. Now you can see why I don't like these enclosures.
You're just going back where you were.
You didn't say she wasn't a smart person. There you go.
Oh.
Oh, she's so mad.
I'm sorry, Birdie.
Jackie's like, now Jackie's stuck.
Sharp nails too.
My nails, man.
Oh, I'm sorry,
bleeding. You're
You made
bleeding?
me bleed, bunny.
Her nails got you? Yeah.
How dare you make me bleed my own blood? That was fun.
You got 3 minutes, and it's like on an SD card thingy.
3 minutes and then I'm done on asking stuff.
I bet.
Alright. So, since we're out here, I'm gonna grab Skittles. Skittles is another recipe. This came from the lady that does our inspections for the fire department. So she was the local fire department around here. She's had this bird for a long time. And she brought it over here because she felt bad she wasn't spending enough time with it. So we spend time with it. She's saying, come here right now. Okay, coming. She hates the girls. Absolutely wants to kill the girls. For whatever reason, she likes me, but she's also put many of holes in my arms. And that was through a big, thick sweater. So, I'm going to take her out. She's not clipped at all, but she's a sweet bird. Let me grab her out.
2 minutes. Good luck.
Yeah, no, what? What are you doing, Skills? Come here.
Jackie was over there.
I'm gonna keep like a 10-foot distance.
So this is Skittles. She's a little worried. She doesn't know what's going on right now. Him or her. We're gonna find out. There's a good reason I put them on this arm right here. So I only got one artery left in this one. And if they chomp through that, whoo, it's gonna be a lot of fun. Why are you shaking, Mama? Why are you shaking? Come on. Okay.
Wait, you started before I was even ready.
So we got Skittles back over to the shed area. We're gonna bring her inside the shed so we can do the same thing we just did with the other birds. She's a little shaken up right now. She's always like this, very weary of her surroundings, and again, she doesn't like the girls that she sees everywhere. So he, she, I'm not sure. Okay. Hey, you. Hey. All right, so let's bring her in. Alright. I'm gonna put them on the chair. There you go, buddy. There you go. Let them chill out for a second.
I would rather call Bonnie. Really?
So we're shoved in a tiny shed right now. Skittles is over here doing his thing, his or her thing. I don't want to catch the bird up because I'm the only one that the bird likes currently. So I don't want to ruin whatever relationship I have with the bird. So the other birds the girls work with, so we're going to make Jackie do this right now.
Ready? Right now? Yeah, right now. Right now.
You want them on the floor?
Yeah, let's do the floor.
Okay.
You can get out of the way.
Come here, bud. Come on.
It's really dark in here.
I like put my legs up so they can fly.
It's really dark.
This one's never had that, so you could probably toss it real quick. You can go right from the front. That was like the best scenario ever right there. Okay.
It's so dark in the shed.
Good boy. Oh, he bit through the blanket.
Where'd those other feathers go?
They're in the back.
You got wings?
I don't know. He's got my hand though. I can't grab that.
So I gotta separate the feathers because I can't pull more than one at a time. One, two,
I'll shut that door.
The lighting in here is terrible. I would never hire.
We're gonna shut this real quick so that the bird don't fly.
Okay, bye.
Put them up, bud. Wanna go back? Come on. Bird actually took it better than all the other birds.
Tortoise, get out of the shed.
Alright, so I'm going to take this one back and we're going to get another one. Press that button. So Skittles has all his feathers, or her feathers. Totally has the option, or he keeps saying it totally has the option. Take off right now and never come back. I don't think that Skittles is doing that for a really good reason. Skittles likes people. The home that he was with before, the lady that brought him over here, a really sweet lady. She loves this bird to death, visits him all the time. And she took great care of this animal. And she was just kind enough to realize that maybe she didn't have as much time as she did in the past. So she wanted to go to a place where he would have the constant attention, maybe another bird to be with, a larger enclosure, the whole 9 yards. So if you do get yourself into something like this, and it's something that you realize that maybe the animal's not being cared for as well as it should be, even though you're trying as hard as you can. I know I don't want you to step up there because I don't want you to tear it. If you realize that maybe the animal's not getting what it needs, and you turn it over to, I know you want to come over here, and you turn it over to somebody or a place that can do it the service that it needs, and that doesn't make you a bad person. So there are certain situations where things just get a little too rough. Life does happen. You know, like I stress in all my videos, like make sure you're getting, you know what you're getting yourself into, but life does happen, so sometimes you got to do what you got to do. And sometimes it ends up being a better situation. All right, Skittles. There you go, buddy. All right, let's get Zippy.
Skipping Casper.
I'm gonna do Casper last. All right. So, Jackie, we take this. We got a boat coming, so there's gonna be a show. I guess we're gonna film that too. So we gotta be ready to get on the property by 2:30 when the people get here, and then we give them a nice little, give them a nice little show, and we'll bring some of the birds. Those are my lemurs, making all kinds of noise. Zippy, homie, what are you doing? What are you doing? Come here, Zip. This is my favorite bird of all time. You guys seen this in a couple of my intros. Are you giving kisses? I hate Kanye. I don't hate them, but they're noisy. Can you give me a kiss? Come here. No, I don't want to pet you. Come here. Step up. Give me a kiss. All right, let's see if he does it real quick for everybody. Ready? Live. Ready? No. 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 One. Dead bird. Let's see if he does the clock. No, not today. Give me a kiss. Thank you. All right. Let's go get him done. Oh, man. I feel terrible doing this to all these birds. But it's got to be done. Right, bud? Right, bud? Come on. Step up. Step up.
Rude.
Come on. Big guy. Come here. Thank you. All right, so Zippy's never had to be manhandled ever for any reason, so this is going to be interesting for him. And again, I'm not doing this one either. It's my boy or girl. It's my thing. Here.
Zippy likes me.
He does like you?
Yeah.
Boy. All right.
Because I look like a boy. He's not going to step up on me.
Here's Zippy.
I don't want to hurt his feelings.
Zip. Zip. Come here.
You don't want
All
to.
right, you can toss it.
Oh,
I'm sorry, Zip.
Bubby.
If he's got smaller feathers, so it's going to be a little bit more difficult. One. Here.
No.
I'm
He
sorry.
didn't like that. It's like, don't mock me.
Two.
Did you hear him?
Yeah, I heard him do it.
He's in here still making my fart noises for me.
Good boy. Good boy.
I'm done, buddy. Where'd you go, buddy?
What was that? Come here. I'm sorry, bud.
Is that from Skittles?
Are you confused, Bill? What? Yeah.
Bonnie.
Bye. I'm sorry, bud. You're still gonna make fun. There it is. Let's see if I can get it close so you guys can hear it. All right, only one left. All right, you can come and snuggle. Still in my face. Let's go put him back. Action.
Thank you.
What do you want me to do? Ready?
Yeah, get the bird. Don't just when you bring her out, you gotta hold her because she got all her feathers.
That makes sense, great.
Well, she's a small bird.
Don't let her bite you. Be quicker than the bird.
I know. I was watching.
She pooped. She's scared.
Maybe somebody else do it. She likes to do it. Right,
She likes
well,
to
right
eat
when
that.
you're petting her, just grab her behind the head. There you go. Bam.
Like that. Yep.
Well, don't let her bite you. Right underneath the beak or whatever, you don't have to hold it.
Sorry, this kid just awful.
I'm so upset. My name's Casper and I'm very mad.
Easy there, girl.
She's never gonna let me pet her again.
She should be fine. She's taking it well.
It'll be a couple weeks. She was mad at Madison for how long, Madison? Like 2 weeks?
2 weeks.
Ooh. I don't think since we went ahead and locked it and latched it.
I didn't lock it, did
Yeah, you did.
I? I latched it. It's not locked.
Well, you dummy
It was
locked
dummy
it.
locked.
Yep. I can't. I'm recording and.
Wait, Matt. You're so funny. You want me to get that? It's a force of habit. Like the minute I leave the cage, I immediately like dummy lock it.
What? I'm sorry.
She's just like so.
I'm trying to get you a friend. It's for your own
Oh, you
benefit.
tricked me, you bastard.
I just want you to have some company,
You
bro.
didn't invite. She's okay.
You're a good girl. You're shaking, but I love you.
Things that I took her back, put her in the thing, and then took her back out. That was
All right, let's go put the feathers away.
action.
She says action. All right. What are you doing, boss?
Put the feathers in a bag.
All right, so we got all 5 birds that we needed sexed. We got their feathers. This is what everybody can see here. It's just a simple bag with everybody's feathers in it, labeled so that they know what we're doing. And then we are going to send it off to the lab. If this is something that you feel confident that you can do on your own, by all means, do it. If you have a bird that you've owned for a long time and you want to find out the sex of it, a lot of times it's easier for people that spend a lot of time with their birds and can do certain things to their birds that we probably can't do here, like flip it around and pull a feather without the bird doing anything. But if not, you can always take it to a vet. Again, check your vet, check the source, check the reviews, make sure it's a good vet, and they'll do this stuff for you and send it out to a lab. But if you wanted to do it on your own, find a lab that does this sort of work and send it in and tell me you want a DNA sex sample so that you can get the identity of your bird. So that's it for learning how to sex a bird right there. So we are going to keep you updated on this. I think we're going to do a gender reveal party.
Yes.
Madison's super excited about that. So we'll make it fun for everybody and also for the park as well. We'll probably put it on the park social media, which is going to be beefed up here shortly, and I'll start putting links on that. If anybody ever wants to come and check out the park or wants to check out the social media of the park or anything that we got going on, you can always log on to their stuff too. I'll start putting links and all that stuff. But we're going to go ahead and do that for you guys here in the near future. All right. I think that actually went a lot better than I thought it would. I think I'm more stressed out than the damn animals were. Except for Jackie, she's probably more stressed.
I'm always stressed. That's it.
That's what happens when you're at the top, bro. Everybody wants to get to the top. That's management. She's so much happier not being at the top.
Shut up.
She just has to show up, look pretty, do her stuff, and then go home and forget about it. Well,
Thank you.
You're not entertaining us.
I do a lot
That's
of
the main
entertaining.
reason we keep
She
her.
does.
Yeah. I'm
Poor Jackie has to like call me at 3 o'clock in the morning when she locks her keys out of her own house and can't get back into her house, just to tell me that she's not going to be able to be here on time, and everybody's stressed out because she has to worry about stuff like that. Where Madison would just call in the morning to
I'm sick.
All right, so that was fun. We had a lot of fun doing that. Let's never do it again. So the reason for doing this, like I said, we want to pair some of these birds up. I'm probably going to get some more birds to pair up with the lesser sulfur crested and zippy, the African gray. I think if it all works out, we'll be able to pair the parrots, the larger parrots, the macaws and stuff that we have here. We'll be able to pair them all together, so we won't have to get any new birds. Because that's the goal. Really don't want to have to get any new birds, but if I have to, I have to. So.
Hope you find me. I'll be back home soon. When the sun rises, when the sun